15 killed in shooting in Australia targeting Jewish community. Officials say act of pure evil. 15 killed in shooting in Australia targeting Jewish community. Officials say act of pure evil. 42 people were injured, including 2 police officers, according to officials. By Jessica Gorman, Kevin Shalvey, Helena Skinner, David Brennan and Somaye Malikian. ABC News logo. Monday, December 15, 2025, 6:23 a.m. Este artículo se ofrece en español. At least 15 killed in shooting in Australia targeting Jewish community. 041. At least 15 people were killed on Sunday as 2 gunmen opened fire at Australia's Bondi Beach in an attack that targeted a Jewish event. Bondi Beach, Australia. At least 15 people were killed on Sunday as 2 gunmen opened fire at Australia's Bondi Beach in an attack that targeted a Jewish event, according to police in New South Wales, Australia. One of the alleged gunmen is also dead, police said. 42 people were injured in the attack, police said, with the victims ranging in age from 10 to 87. The attack occurred while eventgoers were celebrating the first night of Hanukkah. Chabad, the Jewish organization that was hosting the Hanukkah event at Bondi Beach, said in a statement that Eli Schlanger, an assistant rabbi, was killed in the attack. During a press conference in Sydney on Monday, local time, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese called the attack an act of pure evil, an act of antisemitism, and an act of terrorism. Albanese called for national unity and for Australians to come together. Officials said during an earlier news conference that the police officers were in critical but stable condition. On Sunday, New South Wales Premier Chris Minns said that police had designated the shooting as a, quote, terrorism event. This attack was designed to target Sydney's Jewish community on the first day of Hanukkah, Minns said. The alleged shooters were father and son, aged 50 and 24, officials said during the afternoon news conference. The father is dead and the son is hospitalized with unspecified injuries, according to officials. Their names were not released. 6 firearms were collected from the scene, officials said, adding that the father had a gun license and 6 licensed firearms. Officials said investigators are working to determine whether the 6 firearms collected from the scene were licensed to the father. 2 improvised explosive devices were also discovered at the scene and were removed to be rendered safe by a bomb disposal unit, according to officials at the news conference. As gunfire erupted along the popular waterfront on Sunday evening, hundreds of beachgoers could be seen fleeing from the north side of the beach, according to a video taken at the scene at 6:42 p.m. and verified by ABC News. Police said the first call for a report of shots fired came in at about 6:45 p.m. The scenes in Bondi are shocking and distressing, Albanese said in a statement. Police and emergency responders are on the ground working to save lives. My thoughts are with every person affected. Photos from the scene showed a heavy police presence and emergency response, including several people being transported by stretchers. Video shared with ABC News shows a bystander who was concealed behind a car rush in, tackle and disarm one of the alleged shooters. The bystander then points the weapon at the alleged gunman who walks away. New South Wales Police confirmed to ABC News that the man seen in the video disarming the shooter was injured and was hospitalized for treatment of unspecified injuries. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot also identified one of those killed as Dan El-Kayem, saying in a statement that he is among the victims of the vile terrorist attack that struck the Jewish families gathered on Bondi Beach in Sydney on the first day of Hanukkah. We mourn with his family and loved ones, with the Jewish community and the bereaved Australian people, Barrett's statement further said. Susan Ley, a minister who leads Australia's opposition party, said in a statement that the shooting amounted to, quote, hateful violence striking at the heart of an iconic Australian community. This attack occurred as our Jewish community came together at the Chanukah by the Sea celebration, Ley said. This was a celebration of peace and hope for the future, severed by hate. Israeli President Isaac Herzog issued a statement condemning the shooting in Sydney, calling it a terrorist attack on the Jewish community. At these very moments, our sisters and brothers in Sydney, Australia have been attacked by vile terrorists in a very cruel attack on Jews who went to light the first candle of Chanukah on Bondi Beach, he said. Albanese in his statement said he was in contact with New South Wales officials, including the local premier. We are working with the NSW police and will provide further updates as more information is confirmed, he said. I urge people in the vicinity to follow information from the NSW police. FBI Director Kash Patel said American officials had been in contact with their counterparts in Australia. This is a massive, complex investigation that has only just begun, Min said.